A 53-year-old woman deletes every social media account she has, turns off every notification on her phone, and still video calls her granddaughter every single night from that same device. This isn't someone who's afraid of technology. This is someone rejecting something very specific, and almost nobody has the right name for it. Before we go further, don't forget to take 1 second to hit subscribe and support our channel. Thank you so much. Gen X was never actually afraid of technology. They're the generation that lived through nearly every major tech shift in modern history. Desktop computers, the first cell phones, email, social media. They've adapted better than almost any generation ever forced to keep relearning their own tools. So what exactly is being rejected? Not technology in general. One very specific kind of technology. The kind engineered to hold your attention for as long as possible, by any means necessary. But if they've spent 40 years adapting to everything new, why would this time be any different? The answer lies in how they grew up. Gen X is the last generation to have a childhood with no instant feedback loop. No likes, no notifications, no algorithm tracking them 24 hours a day. So when modern technology showed up running on a system engineered to trigger dopamine on a loop, they were the only ones left who still remembered what it felt like before that system existed, which makes it far easier for them to spot when it's manipulating them. This is exactly where that earned skepticism we've talked about before kicks in. A brain that's already watched plenty of tech promises collapse isn't going to easily believe that just one more scroll was its own idea, and not an algorithm's, built specifically to keep it there. But noticing the manipulation is one thing. What actually pushes someone to walk away, while millions of others keep scrolling anyway? I knew a man named Howard, 56, who spent nearly 30 years working as an IT manager, meaning he understood technology better than almost anyone. Last year, he deleted every social app off his phone, not because he didn't understand how they worked, but precisely because he understood them too well. He'd written code for user behavior tracking systems back in the early 2000s. He knew exactly what it meant every time a notification buzzed. It was never a coincidence. He told me deleting the apps didn't feel like giving something up. It felt like unplugging something that had been quietly draining his time without ever actually asking his permission. Here's the part most people miss entirely. This withdrawal was never really about technology. It's about control. We've talked before about how Gen X spent decades watching control over their own lives get decided by people they'd never even met. In corporate boardrooms, through waves of restructuring, through financial crises they had no hand in causing. Modern technology, with an algorithm deciding what they see, how they feel, and how much time they hand over to it, is just a new version of that same thing, except this time, the one calling the shots is a line of code, not a boss. For a lot of Gen Xers, walking away from technology isn't nostalgia for the past. It's the first time in years they've managed to take back a small piece of control they can actually hold in their own hands. If you belong to this generation and have ever been called behind the times for staying off social media, or teased for still preferring a phone call over a text, maybe that's not about falling behind at all. Maybe it's a sign you've noticed something a lot of younger people simply haven't had enough distance yet to see. The woman video calling her granddaughter every night didn't walk away from technology at all. She simply learned to tell the difference between a tool she chooses to use and a machine built to use her instead. If this just put a name to something you've felt but never said out loud, leave a comment. Before we go, don't forget to take 1 second to hit subscribe and support our channel. Thank you so much.